Spider-Man Homecoming stars Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., Michael Keaton, Zendaya, Bokeem Woodbine, and Marisa Tomei. It is the 16th movie of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm pretty sure some people are wondering, where's my Guardians Volume 2 review? Why isn't it in the Road to Infinity War? So I will answer you that real quick. I already did a review for that last year, so that is why I'm not doing for Road to Infinity War. However, when Spider-Man Homecoming came out, I was really busy that summer. That's why I did not do a review for this one. But here it is, my review of Spider-Man Homecoming. So let's get to it. So I will start off by saying I love the character of Spider-Man. I grew up watching Spider-Man, the animated series, the movies. I still think that the Spectacular Spider-Man is one of the best animated shows ever made. And the Sam Raimi, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, those are always gonna be the best. You cannot top those. But when I saw a trailer for this one, I was interested because I did like Tom Holland as Spider-Man in Captain America Civil War. But in the end, I was right. You can't beat Spider-Man 2. I didn't really like this movie that much. I'm sorry for all the fans that this movie has, but I didn't really like them much. But is it the worst Spider-Man movie? No. I mean, like, come on. You can't get much worse than Spider-Man 2. But I will get to that later on, talking about how does this rank up next to the other Spider-Man movies. For now, I'm gonna continue here. Another thing that I didn't really like was the shocker in this movie, or shockers, as it's two of them. I did find it creative how they had two versions of them. You have the Herman Schultz, and you have the Montana from Spectacular Spider-Man, who, by the way, is not a character that is exclusive to Spectacular Spider-Man. He is in the comics a member of the Enforcers, but in the Spectacular Spider-Man, that's the only time he appeared as a Shocker. So I did find creative how they were two of them, but sadly, I didn't really like them that much. Neither of them. That's just because the short screen time that they have doesn't give them really that much time to shine, which is a shame because I was actually surprised that they picked Shocker for a movie. I was like, they will never pick Shocker for a Spider-Man movie. But I was happy when I heard that he was gonna be in here. But I did left disappointed. Hopefully, there are rumors that they could do Sinister Six in the future. Hopefully, Shocker is a member of that, and we could see more of this character. The Herman Schultz version, of course, because the Montana version, he's pretty much dead right now. One of the few aspects that I liked was Iron Man was this movie. And I could be wrong, but I think that's the Ultimate suit from the Ultimate Marvel comics, which is, by the way, one of my favorites. I did like seeing that in this movie. Robert Downey Jr., as always, is excellent as Iron Man. He was just born to play a character, which is why when he retires, it's gonna be really sad, unfortunately. But every scene he was in, he was great. Back to the negative. Marisa Tomei as Aunt May. Don't get me wrong, she was great as a character in this movie, but I'm just used to seeing Aunt May as this. So I'm used to seeing her like as this wise, elderly woman, which is why Rosemary Harris and Sally Field, I do feel like they did a lot better as this character in the Sam Raimi trilogy and in Spider-Man movies. I still do think she's hot though. But anyways, moving on. Back to the positive and the best part of this movie. Michael Keaton as the Vulture. And I recently just realized that I haven't really talked that much of this character. I like keep saying like, oh, Loki's the best villain, Killmonger's the best villain, Thanos is possibly gonna be the best villain. But I also did love my like Vulture in this movie. And this right here is the character I have been waiting to see in a Spider-Man movie. And they did do some changes to the character, but they were good changes, just so you could feel relatable to this character and what his actions and what he's doing. So that he's not completely evil. He's just doing this for his family, and like that was great. A great villain motivation right there. And I wish I could keep talking about positive stuff, but this movie. So back on the negative, you have Ned, and he's, oh my god, he's one of the most annoying characters I have ever seen in a superhero movie. I'm sorry, I didn't really like him that much. But he did deliver one of the funniest lines in the movie, though. So I'll give him that. And Flash, what did they do to Flash in this movie? When I think of Flash Thompson, he's this big, strong bully. I just look at this guy, and he's not Flash for me. But yeah, I'm not gonna leave this review on a negative note. I'm gonna say one more positive thing. That's because I recently remember this. I forgot. But yeah, I would have to say that um Donald Glover in this movie, like the scene he was in, it was good. He did portray this character great, and hopefully this character could lead into Miles Morales appearing in a future Spider-Man movie of the MCU. Even though he is getting a movie this year, which is the Into Spider-Verse. But as much as that movie looks good, I still want to see a live-action version of him. So, post-credit scene has Adrian Toomes. He's in prison, and he meets Mac Gargan, who we saw in the film, in the boat, the ferry scene. And those of you who don't know, Mac Gargan is Scorpion in the Marvel Comics, and he does talk to him like if he knows who Spider-Man is, because he has some friends that would like to meet him. And before I talk about that theme thing, I do want to say that I just do love that whoever picks the villains for this movie is amazing. Because, like I said, Vulture, I've been wanting to see him in a Spider-Man movie. And you know who else I wanted to see in a Spider-Man movie? Scorpion. I do feel he's one of the most underrated Spider-Man villains, but he is one of my favorites. And I feel like Michael Mando is gonna have a good performance as his character. So if I get to a team thing, I will gonna continue like what is going on in the scene. So Vulture says that he doesn't know who he is Spider-Man, because if he does, he will kill him. So it's pretty much protecting Peter because he knows who he is. But yeah, back to the team thing. I think it was a nod that we are gonna get the Sinister Six in a future Spider-Man movie. Of course, I would love to see the original lineup, but I do think that having Electro, having Sandman, and Doctor Octopus, as much as I would like to see that character again, I do feel like that it's a little repetitive, as we have seen these characters already in Spider-Man movies. But whatever, as long as they do Sinister Six, I'm in for it. And then you have the after credit scene, one of the most pointless scenes I've ever seen. And that's counting the Ragnarok ones. Not gonna talk about that, I don't like it. So like I said, I did say that I was gonna say like how does Spider-Man Homecoming rank against the other Spider-Man movies, and my list of what I think are the best to worst. So number 6, Spider-Man 2. It is just boring. Sony was just trying to pick up a set of a universe, and it failed. But I will say that the villains in this are great. Excluding the Rhino, I did like Jamie Foxx as Electro, and Dane Hunt as Harry Osborn. Number 5, Spider-Man 3. I feel like what ruins this movie for me is Emo Parker and Venom at the end. But still, this movie is a little bit entertaining, so it's not completely bad. Number 4, Spider-Man Homecoming. Just talked about it. Number 3, Spider-Man. I do like how they went for a darker approach in here. And many people don't say it, but I did like the Lizard in here. One of my favorite Spider-Man villains, so I did like seeing him. Number 2, a lot of people would disagree, but I would have to say Spider-Man 2. People call it the best, but for me it's my second best. And the positive, you have like a performance by Alfred Molina as Dr. Octopus. Number 1, I would say Spider-Man, the first one. Saw it as a little kid, I was amazed. So yeah, still, this movie has a big place in my heart for me. But anyways, I'm gonna give Spider-Man Homecoming 3 stars, sadly. And I'm gonna put it number 13 on the MCU scale. By the way, here's the full MCU scale. I am done. Already my reviews for Ragnarok and Black Panther. And yeah, what do you think of Spider-Man Homecoming? This video is probably gonna get a lot of... This video probably gonna get a lot of hate, but it's my opinion. But yeah, if you like this video, hit the like and share. And if you're new here, subscribe and click the bell button so you don't miss any videos. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.